Hi guys, this is where I left you last time, just coming out of the bottom lock at Hillmorton. Let's continue the journey now on to Rugby. I'm going to go to Rugby now tonight, or actually Brazensover. I need to do a little shopping, so there'll be Tesco's to do some shopping. Stop there overnight before we continue our journey. I know I've done this stretch quite a few times before, but it always looks different every time you come down it, especially because it's normally a different time of the year. I guess you can go from Hillmorton Locks to Brazensover in about 40 minutes. It's probably going to take me about an hour because, as you know, I'm never in a hurry. I've slowed right down here. You may be able to see along the towpath here, they're putting in some new sort of piling, banking to hold the soil back. Well, there's a couple of workboats up ahead, and there's hire boats coming in this direction past the workboats, so I shall wait for it to clear me.
Right, well, I guess you're about 10 minutes out. I've been doing it for years, so you're probably 10 minutes out.
Doing it for years, but it's been 8 years since the last one.
I live on my boat, so.
The 10-minute joke or crack I just made there was because they'd just come out of Clifton Cruises, which is about 10 minutes away. And this is the workboat in question. I was waiting for them to clear. That's what I slowed down for, to make both of our journeys easier. And here we are now, passing Clifton Cruises. The structure behind the moored boats here is, they call their lounge bar, which is open all the time and open to the public. But the problem is, there's nowhere to moor anywhere near here to actually walk there really, so I guess they don't get an awful lot of passing trade on narrowboats. We're now looking at the original route of the canal, which went up around Clifton, which was a contour canal up around there before, where we're going now, the embankments and the aqueducts were put in, which was all part of the straightening back in around the 1820s. The guy who is normally moored on this mooring has really made it home from home. He has a log splitter and all sorts of other implements here in his mooring.
Good morning. You join me today, moored here at Brazensover, loosely called Rugby. We have Rugby to my left, and this is Brazensover here. I stopped here mainly to get some shopping, and now I'm going to continue my journey up the North Oxford Canal. It's great when you moor up in places like this. Yesterday afternoon I met a couple of my PayPal supporters, Gordon and Elaine. Great meeting you guys, and thank you very much for the alcoholic beverages. I know I will enjoy them. I'll try and incorporate them into a video later on when I'm recording inside the boat. I've also met some other boaters here that follow the channel. Boat you can just probably see with CED back there. This Narrowboat Cheeky Pig. And there's another boat you can't quite see moored on the other side. I just met walking back from Tesco's as they were walking down the black path, and they said hi. So hi to everybody. Great meeting you all. Now it's time for me to make a move. and I'm not quite sure how far I'm going to get today. It depends on stuff falling out of the sky, normally called rain. Don't know. Maybe Brinklow, maybe further. We'll find out. So let's go. So here we go. I don't want to put it off, but it's actually getting a little bit brighter. You can see a little bit of sunshine. That would be nice. It's definitely warmer than it was a couple of hours ago as well. You'll see water coming out of here just about all year round. As you can see today, it's just a little trickle. Yesterday it was absolutely gushing out of there.
This mural here of rugby players is on the bridge for the A426, or I believe it's called the New Leicester Road.
I'm now just crossing one of the many aqueducts along this new stretch of the Oxford Canal. I call it the new stretch. This is when, well, this is part of their straightening. They put in this embankment and these aqueducts. It was in the 1820s, so it's not exactly that new. This aqueduct is just going over now. It's the old Leicester Road. The previous one was the river.
And that also, which now is moorings down there, Rugby Wharf, is part of the original alignment of the canal. On the other side of the canal here, this was also once the original route of the canal, which is now an industrial site behind it, and this is now also a winding hole.
Just past Mick on Narrowboat Illusions, there's White Mari. Great to see Mick up and about and moving around. The last time I saw him, which was back in the February, March time, he was not very well. He had just had a stroke. It was really nice to see him out and about and moving his boat again, looking healthy. Great to see Mick. I'm now just approaching Newbold, and these are the long-term moorings here at Newbold. Little boats here I recognised the last time I passed here. The narrowboat I passed just now, Illusions, with Mick on and his wife, Harry. Well, this is their mooring here. Lots of plants. Well, this is definitely an unplanned stop for me here at Newbold. When you see a friend's boat moored up you haven't seen for a while, it's time to stop and say hello. Let's go and wake him up.
Well, after I made that unplanned stop to visit my good friend Scott at Newbold, we get chatting and we're both after firewood. So I decided to stop, and Scott and I have collected firewood before. We work well together as a team. So I actually now swung the boat around and headed back to Rugby, or to Brownsover I should say, because I know where there is some firewood we could collect on the way back that way. So next time you see me, I'm going to be back at Brownsover again. Yes, big U-turn, but that's boating.
Well, I wonder what they're surveying. The other light here, set up next to Scott's boat. And in the distance there, around the corner, there'll be another one. Guy's just setting up right now.
I've now turned the boat around again, and I'm pointing back the way I was going originally. So let's get going. Let's make a move. Once again, I'm not quite sure how far I'm going to go. Let's see if we can get to Brinklow today. Well, here I am, actually just arrived at Brinklow. I thought I'd chat to you, but for some reason the sound didn't work. But this is Brinklow, and arrived a few minutes ago. Probably this, well, I am going to stay here the night. Might be 2 nights. We'll see. was my trip from Hillmorton to Brinklow, with a bit of flapping around in the middle, backwards and forwards between Newbold and Rugby, getting firewood, meeting up with my friend Scott. But we ended up back at Brinklow, or we ended up at Brinklow, where I was intending to go in the first place. Well, I'm recording this. We're about a week before Christmas now, or so. A little bit more, about 10 days. And there's not any cruising videos being made at the moment. I've been frozen in now for a week. I cannot move the boat anywhere. So fortunately, I do have a few video files saved up, so I can still bring you a few. I might run out if I don't get moving soon. That's going to bring me, of course, to the end of this video, as you probably guessed. Big thank you goes out to all my Patreon, PayPal, Super Thanks supporters, and everybody for watching it and supporting the channel in whatever else way you do. I send me some wonderful gifts at times, which is very, very, very much appreciated. Don't forget, if you're not already subscribed, please do subscribe and hit that old bell notification button. That way, YouTube will inform you every time I upload a new video. And click the all button as well, otherwise they might not these days. Well, that just leaves me to say, thank you very much for watching. Trevor out.